Hello guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've posted, but it's been a riff and raff out in my daily life. But I've been able to come up with different ideas over the break I've had from YouTube. And this is gonna be a new series I'm gonna be starting along. Hopefully it goes well. I have some ideas I'm gonna throw in there, but I'd like to thank my Instagram followers who participated in the poll that I posted. Here are the results. And what I'm going to do is a sort of reaction or a build up from this video I have seen on YouTube. I'm going to leave it linked down in the description. But from this career mode is going to be based out of that. And hopefully it goes very well and I'm able to make content that you guys enjoy. Are there words that are enough to describe the kind of career Valentino Rossi had in MotoGP? Nine-time world champion, kind of breaking the stereotype that you can't go over 7 in motorsport. And what I'm going to be doing is creating a career mode as Valentino Rossi, which is a reaction from the video I had watched, which reminded me of the time I watched it live when Rossi, around the time of his retirement, went to Mercedes and was able to drive the W12. No, I don't think it was either the W12 or W13 ahead of the 2022 season with Lewis Hamilton. And so I'm going to be creating a career mode in Formula One as Valentino Rossi and kind of building my way up to the top of Formula One. I have some goals I'd like to achieve. I'm going to start in the Williams. Depending on how the secret meeting goes, I'm either hoping to move to Aston Martin next or just full on to Mercedes. And then maybe, depending on if it's career 3 or career 4, I'm actually going to go to Ferrari because, lesser known, in the 2010s, Valentino Rossi did test as a Ferrari driver and came up with a time that was 7/10 off Michael Schumacher at the time, not Michael Hamilton. And this was very impressive, but he chose to stay on 2 wheels as opposed to 4. We are going to try and rewrite his history in that way. So we're going to lock in right now. So into career mode, we're going to go for full season. Difficulty for right now, I'm going to probably play it around 73. Just a good place to start. I might bump it up to 80 as the car gets faster and as my stats go higher. Qualifying will be short, session length medium, approximate focus accuracy. Four types will be standard, 4 frequency standard. Yeah, both of those on. I'll put frequency at low. Increased for that. I'm gonna leave corner cutting at regular because there are some bugs in the F1 24 game and I just really don't want to deal with that. And also as we build up our season, we could take some liberties. Car damage at standard. Alright. And I'm gonna walk you through my settings and assists, which are at elite. Nothing at all. We're gonna drive it the way we're used to. Alright. Next comes the driver building, and of course a reaction to the poll on my Instagram channel. The avatar that most people wanted was, or at least the avatar that people said looked the most close to Lewis Hamilton, was this one right. Now I can't find it. Haha. My thoughts were this was the closest one, but a lot more people in the poll said this was it. So I'm gonna go with that reaction to all those who are helping me and giving support. Valentino Rossi. There we go. I'm gonna call him VRS. Now, the closest audio name I can find is Rose. For some reason, they don't even have the Doctor or even Doctor. So I'm just gonna go with Rose. I had looked through them previously. I felt so bad that I couldn't find anything closer than that, but we'll go with Rose.
Rose!
Probably close, but let's just ride with it. And of course, his driver number is the iconic 46. Alright. Now for helmets, this I wanted to do specially in a certain way because Lewis Hamilton started donning the neon green color as a reaction to, or at least he picked it up from Valentino Rossi when he retired. And since we're bringing him back to Formula One, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Lewis Hamilton's iconic purple as the main color for my helmet. And kind of ride with that, moving along in that direction. So I'm going to go with this newly purchased helmet. Then I'm going to change the color scheme. That green is what I want to be the predominant Lewis Hamilton purple. Like a bit of shade of, let me see that color. And as a treat, I'm gonna have the neon green to be somewhere present in the helmet, but not as visible. More yellow to it, I believe. I'm gonna go with that. From changes, and that will be our helmet. I'm gonna go with a simple celebration for that. Now, if I'm really gonna try and keep it sort of realistic, he did do some testing with Ferrari, even though the last ride he had was with Lewis Hamilton in a Mercedes. I'm gonna go with Ferrari as our academy, but then the goal is to start in Mercedes powered engines all the way, and then probably in the last season, if we're gonna still be on F124, played in Ferrari colors. But yeah, one of the hopes I have to achieve is being a teammate of Lewis Hamilton. Of course, there's winning the Drivers' Championship and Constructors' Championship throughout this season, but I'm really hoping I can have a last ride with Lewis Hamilton. In a Mercedes would be nice because that would kind of be true to canon as they had done it in 2022. But it would be even better if it were in Ferrari colors because Hamilton is now a Ferrari driver. So yeah, I believe that's how we have set up for now. And as the plan had gone, although I am reconsidering, should I start with Williams or with Haas? Because Haas does have a Ferrari engine. I might actually change my mind on it. I want to start with Haas, and then my intro into Mercedes will be through Aston Martin, and then Mercedes, and then Ferrari. I mean, that's probably a good 4 seasons that we're gonna run on. I'm gonna go with that. And for my teammate, I'm going to have Nico Hulkenberg because he has better rating. Alright. Here goes nothing.
Finally, let's do this for real. Sorry it took so long. You know what these legal types are like? Yes, sir. No, sir. Here's 80 pages of needless jargon, sir. Anyway, believe it or not, this is my excited face. Come on, come on. Let me show you what we've got. So, all the usual stuff. Merchandising, likeness, blah, blah, blah. But the really juicy stuff is their expectation of you. They need you to challenge yourself all season, be the best you can be, dominate your teammate, become a legend. All that jazz. Now, it's over to you.
Now, I have played a bunch of career modes in F1 24, getting the gist of it throughout my playtime, but I've not been able to fully get the content going. But I really love the new system that is here as compared to F1 23, where we have driver accolades, we have rating system going down, and we even have season objectives that we can set up in our contract. What I want to do is go for an ambitious 72 rating at the end of my first season, because we're trying to hunker it down. We're trying to get into the Aston Martin seat, probably take out Lance Stroll, because I don't even know why he's still there. But working with Fernando Alonso would kind of give us a touch of working with a world champion, and moving forward we can figure out how we go. So 72 will be what we go for, and just signing for one season with Haas. Now, I kid you not, just the red, white, and black colors that the Haas have for their race suits look amazing. And the kind of sponsors they've thrown in there to kind of still have that color scheme play along with them, they did a phenomenal job. So I still have Mark as my engineer, and Ayao Komatsu as our team principal. So looking at specialists, of course, the first race is usually pretty simple. We're gonna go for complete the race weekend because we believe in ourselves. That's our driver details. Nothing much going for us so far. Rating of 65, target of 72. Recognition status, we're at 45-55 split. Nothing much to review with our contracts right now. For accolades, we are at full 0. New to Formula 1, just promoted, probably from the academy. So we want to see how much we can gear up for this. For sure, one thing I'd like to achieve for this season is to get 50 championship points. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve 10 podiums, but depending on how things go, maybe some strategy could work out. 25 race starts, that would take at least 2 seasons to achieve. Top 10 finishes is another thing I want to try and achieve, but for sure I want to see if I can get 50 championship points throughout this season. For now, our rival is only our teammate. Nothing much to speak about there. Our rating graph is nothing to go by. The comparison graph, we're of course the worst on the grid right now. And yeah, Next, I'm gonna go into research and development. This is where we're gonna try and make the car faster. I don't know. I'd like to see, guys, if you can leave it in the comments section. But since I'm looking to move from Haas to Aston Martin for next season, would it make sense to protect upgrades in the case there are regulation changes at the end of the season? That's one thing I leave up to you guys to let me know. But as of right now, looking at where we stand, I don't even have enough to purchase a lot of these upgrades. I'm gonna have to wait for a bit. Okay, so we're gonna proceed with the days as they go on for a bit, get some resource points and see how things go. Alright, we got our first batch, still not enough to do anything. So yeah, let's proceed to the grid reveal. May I just say, the grid reveal addition to F124 was such a given. I really love that animation. Although I do feel having the livery reveal and the grid reveal would have been nice, but as we are going to see from the 25 season, it's probably going to be livery reveal of the entire grid at once. So maybe that was a precursor. Okay, so let's get to the 26th. Get our next batch of R&D points. We should be able to buy something. Hulkenberg has purchased something in our chassis department, so that's gonna be nice. And he is looking at something for our durability. Now, we are last in standings at our aerodynamics and higher up there in the powertrain, so I'm gonna do an aerodynamic upgrade. Which of the two does more damage? I'm gonna go with our front downforce, the front wing adjuster bracket. That's gonna at least take us forward above Kick Sauber and maybe Williams. But yeah, it's a lot more about the driver than the car. Maybe. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode so far. Next up, we're gonna go to Bahrain, the start of the full race season, and we're gonna see how we're gonna perform. A nice way to start, see how things are gonna go and see what we can tweak. If the AI is a little too easy to beat, we're gonna bump it up higher. Our level is around 70 to 80, and from there we can figure things out. Alright guys, you have a good one.